Hey there, and welcome back to another Tip Tuesday here on the Marriage Talks podcast YouTube channel. I am Elizabeth.
And I'm Michael.
And we are the co-hosts of the Marriage Talks podcast. And you might be wondering what a Tip Tuesday is. And let me tell you, it is a quick actionable tip that you can put into place in your marriage today to help strengthen it. And today's tip:
pray together. So when we did our episode, kind of at the beginning of our podcast about different forms of intimacy, one of the things that I think is totally not talked about enough is spiritual intimacy. When we talk about our relationship, we want to talk about not just between us, but also with the Lord too. So obviously we want to be praying together. It's a really good way to just bring your relationship and bring your communication to the Lord, and just pray for your future, pray for your now, pray for your kids, pray for your communication style, conflict resolution. It's a good way to just kind of lay it all out there on the table where it needs to be.
Yeah, and the cool thing is that when you pray for someone, you are typically like really interceding for them, standing in the gap of whatever it is that they are going through. Like, it's serious business. You are like pleading on behalf of that person to the Lord in whatever the circumstance might be. But then when we pray for ourselves, we're kind of like, it's not, there's not as much like oomph behind it, if you will, where we just don't, like, I know for me, like, I'm not like truly interceding for myself, like really being serious about it. I'm much more serious about praying for somebody else than I am myself. But then when you start to pray for each other as a husband and wife, and you connect on a very deep, intimate level that way, it is really special. And when maybe like you share a prayer request with each other, and then you switch it up every now and again, you say, okay, you were really honest about your prayer request to me, I want you to pray to the Lord about that. Because I think sometimes, like, I'm really bold at saying, hey, I am really struggling at being a mom this week, and I just feel like I'm falling short, and I'm just upset with my kids, and I'm not being what they need me to be. Can you please bring that to the Lord for me? But then somebody says, okay, I'm gonna pray for you, but I want you to also pray for that. So then I have to be really real with God and be like, God, I am failing, and I really need your help and your strength and your perseverance with this. And so sharing those vulnerabilities, showing those intimacies, those things that you really feel like you're falling short on, or like Michael said, your future, getting on the same page and submitting that in prayer is really, really huge. And there are a few praying books that we'll recommend that are really, really good on like how to pray for your spouse, being a praying parent, praying wife, that type of thing. We will link those because those are fantastic books. But it's such a good thing to do with your spouse. We have not done it in a little bit, and that's something that we really need to get back into, because it's just a part of that spiritual intimacy that is just so wonderful to experience.
Yeah, well said. I don't have anything to add to that. You covered it.
Well, that's our tip for today. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe and turn on the notifications. That way you never miss a Tip Tuesday or anything else that we publish here on our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for checking it out, and we will see you in the next one.
See ya.